So I met Christian very soon after I arrived here in Jackson County, and I can remember very vividly the first time I saw her and heard her speak. Watching her grow both professionally and personally. And, I learned very early in my career from one of my early mentors, a mentor that was part of my career in my early 20s. And two things that this mentor would always say to me is, number one, what is your legacy and what do you want your legacy to be? And the second one is build a board of advisors. Build a board of directors that's going to be there for you. Make sure that they represent not just what you do professionally, but they represent people from other industries, because that only makes you better. And so I've tried throughout my career to take that advice and focus on what is my legacy and what does my board of advisors or my board of directors look like. And so I'm very fortunate to have had this relationship with Christian for the last 7 years, and I consider her part of my board of advisors.
Well, I think it's important from a woman's standpoint. I think it's very important that we don't feel isolated. We've had conversations before about leadership is lonely at times. I think it's important that we are the example for this next generation of women leaders who are coming up, who are going to impact the state, who are going to impact the nation, who are going to impact the world. And we need to be those examples. You said it's a team sport. Economic development is a team sport. So is growing any relationship. It's something that you do collaboratively and that you do together. And so, as I mentioned before, I'm internally grateful for the friendship or the professional relationship that I have with Mary Martha. And not only that, but for her being that example before she and I had even met. A lot of things we do, and you kind of get to a point and you're like, is this making a difference? But people are always watching. Somebody is always paying attention to what you do. They may never say a word to you, but what you do and the impact that you make can change a generation. It can change your state, it can change the world. And so it has been beneficial. And I would encourage anyone to develop that mentor, to get someone on your board of advisors who's going to be direct with you, who's going to be kind to you, who's going to tell you the things that you may not want to hear, but you need to hear, because it's going to all work out for your growth and for your benefit. And, as bringing it back to banking and economic development, as a byproduct of that, you see success in the banking world, in the economic development world. It's because of those relationships. Honestly, I hope they understand the importance of connectivity. Sometimes we can silo, right? Okay, this is the Economic Development Foundation, so we're just going to stay in economic development. Okay, I'm in banking and finance, so I'm just going to stay in banking and finance. Understand the value of relationships across sectors. You can learn so much from a diverse variety of people. Oftentimes I've said that, the people who have supported you sometimes the most may have known you a least period of time. And so if you're here and you're watching, and maybe this is this is our first conference that we're having and it's such a big deal, but I just challenge you to meet someone, establish that relationship, follow up with them. Don't let the fire of what you're going to experience today leave with you when you leave the auditorium. Take it with you. The things that you will learn today, the connections that you'll make today, nourish them, cherish them, cultivate them, let them grow, and I believe you'll be a better person for it.